Good Monday morning. Let me pull a mic close to me. Well, good Monday morning, ladies. It is Monday, August 10th. And it's like over 350,000 kids that went back to school today. And we're just hoping things work out. Put my phone in. We're just hoping things work out the way it's supposed to. I know one of the counties, the kids had to go back home because there was too much exposure. But they're going to see, they're going to try to make it work anyway. I want to welcome you to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of the I'm Loving Me Project, where we inspire you to live your highest and truest self. And we bring you the best in the industry so that you can go ahead and live your life on purpose. Okay? That's just what we do. Uh, Again, it's Monday, August the 10th. I'm glad that you guys are here. I want to remind you guys, as you can see through the scroll, our Power Her Soul session is coming up August the 16th. That is on a Sunday, and it's at 4 p.m. You can go ahead and get your tickets. I need to give you the link to do that. I'll make sure I put the link down so you can go ahead and get your tickets after the Inspiration in 30. But we are going to have some amazing fun. We're going to have Dr. Laura Ellick with us. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk. We're just going to talk. We're going to talk about some of the things that's been on your mind, some of the things that you want to do in your life, some things you want to get past, and have the ability to go ahead and really have that space to talk to someone so you can actually get some real answers as to which way you should go. Okay. And as to some of the things that you should be doing at this point in your life and helping you make some good decisions. And, I'm so excited that this is going to happen because this is the kind of space that we need. And our Empower Her Soul sessions is all about bringing you people that can help you along your journey. Remember what I always say, when you start your journey, God always give you people that will help you along the way. So it is my job to go ahead and bring you different people in this space, in this industry, and also in business to help you along the way on your journey. And the tickets are $20, not a lot of money, and you could come and you can hang out and you can start to get some of that inner stuff out. I could tell you this workshop is not for the faint at heart. We really get down to some really good things. We don't record. It is all private and it's all safe, and I just can't wait for us to just to meet that Sunday, because it's it is very therapeutic. You are in an environment where you could just take your mask off and really do what you do. So come and join us if you want to come, and bring a girlfriend with you, or bring anybody that you know that will benefit from this, right? We want you to bring, we don't want a lot of people. We're trying to keep our stuff small because we want everyone to have the opportunity to speak and to have that space for themselves. So we're not interested in having all these people. We're interested in making sure that you get heard, and that you really start to think about some things. So what I wanted to talk about today is something that I got up and read this morning. And it was talking about, if you are wishing, or are you actually creating something? Are you hoping things get better for you with everything that's going on right now? Or are you actually, believing and putting in the work to make it happen? And of course, I love my book, The Science of Mind. That's the book where it comes out of. And I just want to read what I read this morning because I thought it was so great. It said, we should be careful to distinguish daydreaming and wistful wishing from reality. When we treat, we do not wish. We know. We do not dream. We state. We do not hope. We accept. We do not pray, we announce. We do not expect something is going to happen. We believe that it has already happened. We should think clearly and allow the image of our thoughts to sink into a subjective state, subjective meaning subconscious, right? We do not crowd them down. We let them sink into our inner receptivity with power and with conviction. Our individual subjective mind is our place in a universal creative law and immediately connects us with limitless power and energy, which means that your subconscious mind is the mind that already goes ahead and operates each and every day, even if you believe it or not. And that's where your real thoughts are. That's where your power really is, right? There is a vast difference between holding thoughts and holding things in thought. Now listen to this. One is the attempt at an impossible coercion. The other is mental acceptance. To hold thoughts as though we were forcing issues does no good and utilizes but a fraction of the creative power at our disposal. To hold in thought as though we were letting something happen is the greater power, the greatest power of all. So let me explain what that means. So when we believe that things are going to happen to us and we say to ourselves, I hope I get this job and I hope, this will happen to me and I hope this will work out for me and I hope things will work. You're really not believing what you're saying. What you're saying to yourself is that I don't want to be able to get a bad report. Like I'm holding on and I'm praying and and I'm I'm saying to myself, I hope the bad thing doesn't happen. So what you're focusing on is the bad thing happening to you, but what you're trying to do is trick your mind to say, but I really hope it doesn't go that way. What I really want is that. But my mind is focused on it going another way, right? And we do that all the time. Every time we take an exam, every time we take a test, like when we take our COVID test, every time we are in situations where it is out of our control and we're waiting on something, the fear of the unknown takes us to crazy places where our thoughts start to go all over the place. We become fearful and we start to think, you start to justify everything in your head as to why, you want to get it, but that if it doesn't happen, you will be okay with it. And the reason why we do that is because we don't like to be hurt. We don't like bad news. We don't want to be disappointed. We don't want to be in a position where something that we really, really, really want doesn't come to fruition, right? And it bothers us when it doesn't. So what we do is we put ourselves in this state of hope, and we put ourselves in this state of, well, I ain't gonna worry about it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, if it doesn't. Where deep down inside, we know that we really, really, really want it to happen. And you know what else we do? We say, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it because if I worry about it, hey Octavius, hey Rose, it's like if I worry about it, then I'm not going to, you know, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm not gonna be able to do this. And it's like, look, just like what we talked about before, if we want to put ourselves in a different space, we have to command those things that we want. We have the ability to say what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. Now, we can control everything with us, but we cannot control all of the things on the outside, right? But everything that is related to us, we can control. So when you are going for that exam, you know if you studied or not. You know if you're prepared or not, right? If you have done what it is that you're supposed to do, then you should be comfortable and believe and know that you did the best you can, you okay with it, and whatever happens at that point, you gave it your best, right? If you're going out and you are uh, feeling fearful about taking your COVID test, for example, or doing things like that, you know what you was doing out there. You know the people you were around. You either you're either positive or you're negative, but you kind of sort of have a feeling, right? But you don't know. But the whole point of this is that those things that you want in your life, you have to be able to speak to those things and believe them. Just like he said, we don't dream, we state. We don't hope, we accept. We don't pray, we announce, right? We don't expect something is going to happen. We believe that it has already happened. And that is what prayer is. That's why they say pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing means knowing that it's already done. And the only thing that you're doing is speaking to those things that you already know is true about yourself and about the things around you. Because that's the things that you have power over, right? So when you're looking at your life and you're looking at the things that you want and you think that it's out there, it's not out there. It is not out there. When you're looking at moving to the next step and buying that house, I'll tell you a story. So I'm in a position now where I'm like, you know what? Okay, Glow, you got to get out of this apartment, right? You got to be able to go ahead and go to the next level, right? You're preaching about it, you're telling people about it. Now you got to go to the next level, right? You got to be able to go ahead and get out there and get a house. And so I said, yeah, I can go ahead and get me a house, but I don't want just any old house, right? I don't want just any old house. I know the house I want, right? I know the house I want. I know where I want to live. I know the house that I want. And that's the house I'm going to get. And, my friends are like, well, Gloria, if the objective is just to go get a house, then you could just move and you'll be fine. Now, they want me to move way out where you got to drive to the store and do all that stuff, and that's fine. I already have my requirements, right? I want to be near the city where I could walk to the store, where I could take a walk around the block, I could walk my dogs, and then I can go home and chill, right? The first thing that they tell me, oh, that's expensive. Like, oh, in order to get that, you got to come up with $1 million. You got to come up with a lot of money to live like that. Yeah, those are your thoughts. That's what you think, right? Those are your thoughts. That's what you think. And I tell them all the time, I said, for me, I know what I can control, and I know what I can do for me, right? If I am sure that I can find me something that I like that meets all my requirements and I'm in a position to go ahead and get it, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, here's the thing where we fall short. See, we want these things, but our life reflects something different. You see, that's hope, right? Where, we want to have these nice things and everything, but we're not doing things in the background and over here on the side to put those beliefs into action. The only thing that we're doing is hoping and wishing. That's not how you get there. If I want to go ahead and live where I want to live, get the kind of house that I want to have, that means that I have to be able to raise my level of income to be in the neighborhood. Nobody said I couldn't live there, but the people who live there, you have to have a certain income. Nobody's stopping you, right? Nobody's stopping me. But in order to be there, this is how your life has to change. You get what I'm saying? In order for you to be in that position, you have to raise your standards. See, I can't come into the neighborhood just thinking and hoping and wishing and praying to be there and just be like, oh, thank God I'm here, because I wouldn't be able to stay there, right? That dream you want and all that stuff that you want that's inside of you, that you're trying to get out, that you're trying to birth, what it's going to take for you to get there is that you have to raise your standards, and you have to know, and you have to believe, and you have to accept that this is the life that you want. Do you hear me? You can't go walking around saying, yeah, I'm going to do, I'm going to do, I'm going to do. And then we don't have the growth that goes with it, right? Because it doesn't match up. It's an uneven balance, right? You got to be able to move yourself in a direction of where you want to be. And you have to be able to believe and know that you can get there and you belong there, right? If you in a relationship that you know you can do better and get out of, and you're just waiting on getting another job or waiting on, you know, a nice way to go ahead and leave and making sure that, you know, things work out first, yeah, you plan accordingly, right? But if you're going to make the move, sis. If it's time, then it's time, right? Don't be afraid because you believe that you have to start your life over again. Because that's part of the growth. Does that make sense? If you believe that that marriage and that relationship is not for you, one of the requirements when it's time to get out is to grow. What does growth mean? Growth means that you start from a seed and then you start to sprout up once you keep watering your stuff to a beautiful flower. But it's the watering you got to do. The watering is the work, right? The watering is the work. You have to know who you are and where you're going. And don't get caught up in all of the stuff that you see, because everything that you see around you and the people that you think is playing a big role in your life, you're allowing them to do that, right? Know, accept, and believe that everything that you want in your life you can have, because you can. Know and accept and believe that the only thing that can get you to where you need to be is you. The only thing that's stopping you is you. We talk about that all the time too. You got to be able to make a decision about where you want to go. All you got to do is decide, and you have to stick to it. Why sticking to it is so hard? Because you have to break a lot of habits. You're not used to doing it. So don't be hard on yourself when you feel like you're going backwards. Don't be hard on yourself when it doesn't work out the first or second time. You're learning. You're learning how to grow. You're growing, right? But we want to get out of wishful thinking, because wishful thinking will keep you stuck. It's like a post that I put up where it said you got to be a bold mother if you are broke and you still lying there. You know what I'm saying? You still lying down knowing that you broke, right? You got to be able to get up and know that today, you know what? I'm going to make a decision to pour more into myself from now on. I'm not going to get it right every day. Some days I'm going to be rushing. Some days I'm going to fall back into my old patterns. Some days I'm just going to want to hang out with my girls. But what I want to do is have enough self-awareness to say, come on, Glow, bring it on back. You already told yourself what you're going to do. You already decided what you was going to do with your life. So let's go ahead and concentrate on that. Let's go ahead and move ourselves to a higher level, a different level, right? With these Empower Her Soul sessions, I'm bringing you very successful women in all different areas that we can learn from, right? And I'm saying to myself, I said, I'm listening to all of these people who put so much work into their craft, and it motivates me to do better, right? It wakes me up where I'm like, wow, I have to be able to stop wishing and praying and do some work, because I know what I know about myself, about how I can help you guys, and what I can do. I can control you, but I definitely can control myself, which means that the inspirations in 30s got to be on point. The people I bring you has to be on point. All of the stuff that we have for you has to be on point, right? Because that's what growth is. We don't want to keep wishing and hoping and shoulda and coulda and all that stuff. And then we turn around and we're saying, wow, what kind of life did I live? Remember, we planning for the next 10 years, right? Right now. We planning for the next 10 years right now. What are we going to do? We have, listening to most of you guys who come on with me in the morning, we already have our goals. We already know what we're going to do, right? We already have in our mind where we want to go. And then it's just like, Gloria, when I talk to you, talk to some of you, it's like, I know what I want to do, but I'm just trying to get there. And the biggest thing that I hear all the time is, I'm trying to get myself in a position where I can do this and I can do that. And I always say, well, what position are you in right now? And whatever position that you're in right now, what is the thing on your list that you can accomplish to move you one step further to where you want to be? Because we're always thinking about the big things that we want to accomplish. I need the money to go do this, and I need the money to go do that. And most of it is around money. Well, if most of the things that you want is surrounded around having more money, then the objective is to go ahead and increase your income. How do you increase your income? What's on your list where you can increase your income? Is it a business? Is it a new job? Is it getting a raise? What is it? And whatever that is, how are you watering that so that it's not a wish? How are you watering that so you know and you believe, and it's already done, that this is going to happen? Because if you're not watering that, all you're doing is looking at a seed and saying, please grow, please grow. I can't wait to see how you're gonna look. Please grow, please grow. Oh God, please let this seed grow. But you're not watering it. You're not pouring stuff on it. You're not giving it the food that it needs to grow. right? A farmer doesn't plant seeds and just leave it in the ground. He got to nurture the soil, right? Or whatever they say he do with the soil first, and then put the seeds down, and then water it and take care of it and do all those things, and try to keep the pests out and all of that. All those challenges come. But he already knows what's coming once he has done all that hard work, and that is a harvest, right? And it is no different. It is no different. If you want something, go get it. Believe you can. If you're looking at your life and you know you need to make a change, change it. If you have a plan together and you are working your plan, but you're stumbling along the way, that's okay. Your answer is you need to either ask for help or look at your plan and evaluate where you are, but learn the lessons along the way. If you haven't started and you're sitting around and you're waiting for the best time is now. The time is now, today, right now, right? If you're saying to yourself, well, I tried and it didn't work out for me, try again, because there was something that you were missing in the beginning. Either you didn't study enough, you needed more help, you need more discipline, you need more financing, whatever it is. Figure out where the challenge and the obstacle was and fix that and watch it comes into play. When we start to accept that life comes with challenges and obstacles, then we will be more successful in our lives because it does not change. I don't care if you've been at your job for 15, 20 years and you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again. You still have challenges every day. The minute you step out of your comfort zone, the minute that you're walking into a forest and you don't know what the hell is going to bite you, right? But the best thing you can do is have on protective gear and have a backpack and have all those things that you know that you can survive on. And when those things run out or close to run out, then you ask for help, right? So let us get out of this whole thing of I'm hoping this will work out and I'm praying I get this. And yes, that is great. But put more faith into knowing that this is going to be your life. When times get tough, and they do for everyone, take a breather and know and learn the lesson and keep going. And that's in anything. If you believe that marriage is going to work out for you and that relationship is going to work out for you, and you guys are just going through a rough patch right now, figure out how to fix it. Your marriage doesn't have to be the way society makes it. Your marriage is your marriage. Whatever happens in the house, that's your business. The way y'all live, that's your business. You don't have to compare that to nobody. As long as you're happy and you're safe and you're not compromising yourself and you're not putting yourself in a position where you don't have self-love in that space, then go ahead and work it out. People change, right? That's all I got. No wishful thinking. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make stuff happen. Again, if you need the help, if you need the advice, if you need the clarity, if you need just a little bit more information, come to the workshop. That's what it's there for, right? And there's going to be many, many others like it. But I want you to come if you're ready to really put yourself in this position, right? Because there is no way you're going to go from one level to the next if you just hoping and wishing and praying. You're not. The way you get to that next level is that you have to speak to those things that are yours. You have to announce it. You have to know that it's already done. And you have to be able to get the clarity along the way. Okay? Get that clarity so you can move on. Get that clarity so you could go higher. Don't sit there, ladies. Don't sit there and say, yeah, today is the day. And then all of a sudden you get caught up in your day and you find yourself in the same pattern. And then it's December and then it's the springtime and you haven't done anything. Stay focused, right? Stay focused. It's your world, the world you're living in. It's your world. How you gonna live it? How you gonna live in your world? How are you gonna do those things for yourself? I'm gonna read this again for you and then I'm out, okay? We should be careful to distinguish daydreaming and wistful wishing from reality. When we treat, we do not wish. We know. We do not dream, we state. We do not hope, we accept. We do not pray, we announce. We do not expect something is going to happen. We believe that it has already happened. That's it. That's it. What's for you is for you. What's yours is yours. All right, ladies, I gotta go. We got a couple of interviews tonight, tomorrow, Thursday. We're gonna have Dr. Laura on, so you can actually start to ask her a couple of questions. We're gonna talk about the Empower Her session on Sunday, and we're just gonna hang out and talk, so you can get to know her and get to see what's going to come on a Sunday. They're gonna post that very soon. We're just looking at her schedule now. And remember to go get your tickets. I'm gonna post it when I get off here, but we should be ready to rock and roll. But happy Monday, ladies, and I'll see you guys again tonight for an interview. All right, bye.